You've been late to school before. You run across the road, desperately trying to reach. You finally sprint into the class, face red, sweaty, tired and complaining. But while you're busy whining, have you ever stopped and thought about how fortunate you are to just have the freedom to move by yourself in the first place? So for many of us, we often take our abilities and opportunities for granted. For people with physical disabilities, even the simplest of tasks can be made more difficult and time-consuming. Have you ever seen a person in a wheelchair? Most likely yes. I'll be quite surprised if you haven't. We always have sympathy for them. We make sure to be courteous, like giving way on public transport. However, have you ever empathized with them? Have you ever thought about what it's like to live a life where normal tasks are monumental challenges? I never thought about that either, until my sister became physically disabled, which changed my life drastically. And I will be talking about how it has taught me two important values. So my sister Debbie contracted cancer in 2020. She struggled with cancer and underwent chemotherapy treatment for over half a year. When she was first diagnosed, it was quite difficult for my family. Cancer is one of the things that you always hear about, but you never think will affect you or your family. The news was devastating, especially due to her age. As my sister's condition worsened, and the chances of recovery, or even survival at times, became slim, it would have been very easy to just give up and sink into despair. Yet, she never really lost faith that it would get better. I would often visit her ward, and we would talk and play games. Watching her maintain a positive attitude, even in the face of such extreme hardships, has taught me the importance of hope and optimism. Even in the darkest of times, she always believed in the light at the end of the tunnel, and that things would always and could always improve. Sometimes, after operations, I would go visit her after school, and we would talk and laugh as if nothing had even happened. So seeing her unwavering optimism and positivity has had a strong impact on my life. During times of misery and despair, no matter how dark things can get, how hopeless situations can seem, we should always maintain optimism, as there is always hope for a better tomorrow if we choose to believe in it. I know some believe that having hope that things will get better is foolish and unrealistic. But even if it is, for all of us, when we have hope, it empowers us to keep moving forward and to continue persevering, and thus we can overcome even the most difficult of circumstances. Eventually, in late 2020, her condition worsened to the point where an amputation of the tumor in the leg was necessary to continue. She would have to be fitted with a prosthetic leg. Her world was turned upside down. It was hard for her to accept being physically challenged, and after the amputation, she had to learn a lot of things from scratch. Many months were spent learning how to do simple tasks. Can you imagine having to learn how to walk, run, jump? The process of my sister's physical therapy was long and grueling. However, what I find admirable is how, despite her young age, she was always determined and resilient. Her resilience and determination really touched me. Setbacks and challenges are a normal part of life for everybody, but what's truly important is how we respond and manage them. At times during her physical therapy, despite working and trying to the best of her ability, there will be no visible improvements. But just like the ancient myth of Sisyphus, punished eternally to roll a boulder up a hill, with no pause or admitting defeat, Debbie was never discouraged or disheartened. I believe that in the face of adversity, we must remain resilient to overcome and even emerge stronger and better than before. This does not just apply to major life-changing events or challenges, but also to the small, everyday difficulties that we face. Whether it is an upcoming exam, a tiring run doing PE, or simply doing your homework on time, which admittedly I'm not very good at, resilience is valuable and can help us overcome and persevere through tough times. And it can be applied in all aspects of life. Eventually, in 2021, 1.5 years after her amputation operation, she is doing well, happy, and enjoying many of her hobbies like rock climbing and table tennis. So, If there's anything I want you to take away from my speech, it's the two values of hope and resilience. I know that they are very cliche, and you've probably heard them numerous times already, but I truly believe that they are vital and invaluable values that we can all apply to our lives. Otherwise, why do people keep repeating and emphasizing them? From watching my sister overcome her challenges, I have really learned the importance of having a positive outlook and persevering through all the difficulties that we face. And I hope that I have encouraged you to face any challenges by having hope and by being resilient as you navigate the ups and downs of your life. So next time that you are late to school, maybe instead of whining and complaining, take some time to appreciate the things that you usually take for granted.